Hey, what's up, you guys? So, today Nvidia is kaboom again. Well, in this video, we'll take a look at how should you be preparing yourself for the rest of the day. That is the Friday, the last day of the trading of the week, and how you should prepare yourself following this price action for the next week. Because as I have been telling you in the last couple of days that Nvidia is starting to get weak again, and we have come down to the last line of defense on the overall structure. However, some weaknesses already and has been there since yesterday as per my video as well. Now, before going further, please hit the like and subscribe if you find my videos valuable and helpful. And also please note, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So Nvidia. So as per my last video yesterday, let's talk about first that zone 194 area. This is a short seller zones, guys. Okay, I have been showing you data using my tools that short sellers are sitting over here, and I also showed you that in the last few days we are seeing high short seller volume come back in again, and you can see we are seeing a follow through to that. So this zone has been very active of 194 as a short seller zone, and they are still holding a lot of strength on the short side. As you can see, they are pushing Nvidia to the downside. Now let's get to the hourly interval, because that's where the whole price action plan is. So yesterday I mentioned to you guys that multi-day weakness is already starting, as we have lost this significant level $190 area after continuously rejecting that $194 zone over and over again. Once we lost this, we were already in the multi-day weakness, and I told you consider getting out of your position as if you took some positions from this rebound start of $176. I talked about all of this back then. So as if you did that, you should be taking out your position as we are losing this $190. And I said that if you're not closing above this yesterday, forget any upside potential. Your next play though will be above 194 only, but forget any upside even start of happening. And you can see we rejected right over there, guys, at that significant level. That's why, and these all levels are marked automatically for you by my tools. That's why this is so important to trade with. If you need access to my tools, details are in the description of this video. Now, as we rejected there, came down to the next significant level, but we are already in the downtrend now. So we are multi-day getting weaker already, right? That's why that 190 loss and a confirmation with the rejection is so important to watch. Now, we lost the next significant level below, which is not a surprise because we are already in the multi-day weakness, but the confirmation is multiple hours of rejection right at that significant level. And today also we rejected right over there, and boom, kabam, kaboom to the downside, right? We made the next leg lower right over here. Now the point is that yes, it's rebounding. Now be careful with the word that I just used, rebound, because we are still in the bearishness on the multi-day. Yes, on the overall structure until 184, I said it's technically a pullback, and that still is the case on the overall structure. Let's get to the daily interval. On the overall structure, you can still read it as a pullback. However, you can't buy a pullback blindly, because this will multi-day weakness is still there. Multi-day we are still bearish. We need to see where will multi-day turn bullish again. That will mark the pullback from the overall structure complete. So what is that level? That zone is, and the level is 185 and 80 cents around. That's the zone, that significant level right over here. If Nvidia can close above this today, then only you have a chance going in the next week that Nvidia may start to mark the pullback complete and regain multi-day strength. Otherwise, as if we stay weak and below 185 and 80 cents and 90 cents, guys, you should not be in any position over the weekend. On the long side, you should consider either just stay out and wait for getting above this zone start of the next week, and then try to get back in. And technically you shouldn't be in the heavy position already below 190, and when we lost the next significant level also, you should already be out fully from any $176 long position if that was taken, right? If you have been following my videos, you know all the plans. So, and also if you have access to my tools, you know what to do. Now, so from here on, there is no point, right? Of yeah, you going over the weekend. You don't want to be stressed out over the weekend, okay? By if the price stays below 185 and 80 cents, you will be stressed out over the weekend holding this position if the price is below that, because who knows, Sunday overnight Nvidia may just gap down, right? So anyways, the point is that structure below 185 and 80 cents will remain continue to be weak. It's only above that overall structure comeback can happen, which will be a multi-day strength is happening and your pullback is completed. But otherwise, no, we are just in a classic downtrend right now on the multi-day, which is as if next week, most likely as if we lose this yellow zone, is gonna turn it back much more in the weakness, which is then pretty much going again for the 200 days moving average. Can it still hold that 200 days moving average? Well, the way the price action is, it has a room to hold. Now, I'm just gonna use Amazon as an example here real quick. So, which is going to be frustrating for you on Nvidia because it's a very sideways action. But you can see very similarity like on Nvidia, just how we had it on Amazon. Okay, this is what your Nvidia is right now. It's not, apple to apple here, but what is happening eventually is Amazon is also sideways, and then it came down, but it continued to hold this trend line, but it still failed eventually later. But it still went weeks and months of sideways action, to capture you in there, right? So that's what most likely can continue to happen on Nvidia. So you have to use or trade Nvidia right now as a day trade or multi-day trade only. You will have hard time finding a good swing position, swing plays, because it's just going to keep you frustrated. You will see one day you are green, another day you are red, but then it's not even fully turning bearish. So your capital is just locked up and not doing much. There's a high likelihood Nvidia may do very much similar like what Amazon has done. Okay, so far sideways action, and now yes, it's breaking the structure one day, trying to regain the next day, giving false hope on the swing, right? But then it's then just not making any much strength, but it's still holding on to that potential, a directional longer strength, but it's just technically it's a sideways action still, and it's annoying, right? So you have to trade Nvidia in these circumstances as either multi-day or day trade. Right now, swing trades, if you look for those, they will keep you frustrated because your capital will be just logged and not giving you any money. Pretty much that's what it is right now on Nvidia. You are better off putting that money, if you are like, hey, at least it's not going down, well, then just put your money towards bonds or treasury. At least you will get some dividends, good ones. Yeah, you can argue, oh, Nvidia also gives dividends now. Well, how much percent of dividend does it give, right? So yeah, you're better off putting some money then towards dividend stock or something. If you are just even preserving capital, then go for the dividend stocks. Okay, good dividend stocks, not just bare minimum 0.00000 point, sorry, 0.0000001%, not those type of ones, but some the ones that are good ones. So anyways, guys, so Nvidia, those days seems like are gone where you had continuation run-ups or good moves like back in the good old 2023, those run-ups that Nvidia just never stopped, right? I think those days are gone right now. It's becoming more like, just as I showed you, the Amazon price action. Anyways, guys, that's all what I had in this video. Please hit the like and subscribe if you found it helpful and valuable. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.